G'day, guys. Well, guess what? You can see this.
Looking sharp, Dobbo.
Looking sharp, all right. Because
And what
you know
about your
what?
lunchbox that you brought in as well?
Mate, it's got a couple of little frothies, coffee over there. You know what you have to do? You need to punt with Ladbrokes to get more out of your footy multis. Now, I can only give you so much. So you go onto the Ladbrokes app, you make quick, smart picks with stats and insights from the last 5 games. It's all there on the Ladbrokes app. If you go looking, as you can see, a very, very easy thing to do at Ladbrokes. You track your multis in real time. It's all within the app. Jump on the Ladbrokes app today. I got to tell you, when I got on there, I was like, okay, how do you navigate this? And, you know, I'm not that bright with things, but it's so easy. It's so easy. So get on the Ladbrokes app today, punt with Ladbrokes and get more out of your footy multis. You might even get yourself some good gear. Hello and welcome. You beauty, baby. You beauty. Broncos, 19-year drought. Kevin Walters.
Dobbo.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. 26-22.
Fantastic win. I wasn't fortunate enough to be at the stadium. I watched it somewhere else because I had Fox commitments, but it just looked like an amazing atmosphere. Like just all Broncos people there.
It was a crazy night. Broncos, too good. We'll unpack that. Firstly, to everybody else, difference hats, sold out. Sold out.
Can't get them.
Season 1 hats sold out. We will do another run. We'll do another run.
Might have to add a bit of a touch to it now.
Yeah, well, we might have premiers on there or something like that.
That's it.
But look, thank you to everybody who bought our difference hats. Also, our hosted pot by Ladbrokes. I tell you, what did I say? You trust and you get it. Well done. Thank you to the buy round. We're in the buy round studio still in Sydney. Unbelievable. Yeah,
they must be kicking some ass down here.
Seriously, cash like I've never seen. Cash like I've never seen. Jammer and Chica, thank you for letting us do that. They milked you last week. No mention of me. I haven't been asked to come on this show. No buy round, never. You know, anyway.
Well, keep plugging away.
Yeah, go and have a look at the buy round. If you need a little snore fest at times, go and have a look at the buy round. Very, very good podcast. Kev, let's start. Mariner scores. First, Mariner's drive. What was he doing trying to get around there? That was nearly, that was almost, carnage. I was like, because they called, Danganay, our caller actually for Triple M, said, I think he put a foot into touch. And then when she looked at the replays, he hadn't. But
well, I think some of the Storm players thought that as well. Harry Grant was there pointing to the
spot.
But they roll the dice, the Broncos, and they always have, mate. So that's what makes them. That's why they get the followers, you know. They just like rolling. I mean, he should have just got over the line, put the ball down. But what he's trying to do there is obviously
get round
and help the kicker, you know, who's taking the goal. But
it's a funny thing, Mariner. You backed him from the start, and I mean, you've talked about him a lot. You just said you can't beat express speed. And
speed, mate.
He is just he's just got better and better and better. Wing's his spot, though, isn't it?
Well, wing centre, either or, but he'll eventually end up a very good centre. But right now he's doing his time on the wing. The thing with Dean is he's sort of growing into his body as well and maturing. Yeah. So not only is he fast, but he's also quite powerful and hard to tackle. So I'm not sure how many tackle busts he had last night. It would have been, a lot because, you can see him, that they get their body in front, but he pushes through the tackle like Reece Walsh.
Yeah.
We're
going to get to him. We're going to get to him in a minute. But just recapping the game, Brisbane go up 6-0 and then Melbourne Storm go bang, bang. That try, that Meany try, that set play, they got a bath on the left. It was a set play, Kev. And when I saw that, that was so simple to tie it up at 6-all. I was like, oh, here we go.
Yeah, and that was the feeling for the crowd too. They went a bit quiet,
Yeah.
And then the Storm got another one, didn't they?
Yeah.
So they went back to back. And then at 16-6, I think it was.
Unbelievable.
That was a half-time score, wasn't it?
No. So it got to 16-6. Yeah, it got to 16-6, and then our little man, the fullback, he goes down the short side. What about that?
He's had a drink of the toilet. You see him drinking out of the bottle?
Yeah, I know.
That's toilet water in that bottle.
Mate, what about that try that he scored? Like, we've seen some unbelievable. I talk about Pearl's try but that try, he goes to the short side. I think he beat 4 or 5.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Right through the teeth of the Storm defence, which that hurts, and right under the posts. You could see his movements on the Eagle cam. He just wanted to get involved.
Yeah.
He knew if he got involved, something good was going to happen.
Yeah.
And he did. And that was the moment I thought, well, gee, this, you're never safe against the Broncos. You're never safe.
So it's 22-10 at halftime.
Yep.
And I was a little concerned. I actually was. I wasn't confident. But then when I went into the sheds at halftime, they ruled out obviously Jack Howarth with a groin tendon injury. So he barely played. So they were one man down the bench. And then when they said that Alex McDonald had dislocated his elbow, and unless it was absolute desperation, he wouldn't be back. And so they were down to a two-man bench.
But he went back on the field, Dobbo.
Yeah, with 9 minutes to go. But in a grand final, when you've got two down on your bench, only got two left.
Well, particularly the way the Broncos play.
Come home
Fast and hard.
It was like, and we were talking in during the call. It was like, mate, she's on here. Like it's on. The Reece Walsh tackle on Tui Kamikamica just after halftime.
Yeah,
he had the ball over the line. Was that the game changer in your opinion?
It certainly was, yeah, because he just had to put the ball down. I'm saying just had to put it down. It's not always that easy.
Yeah.
But Walsh was there, and he just got a bit of a movement on his arm, a bit of pressure on his arm, and he's a fibber of Kamikamica.
Yeah, because he got up.
He put the hand up and said, "Yeah, I got this."
Yeah.
And I thought he'd scored, but then you could straight away see the players around the ball thinking, "Oh no, he hasn't scored that." You fibber.
Yeah. So emotions then for Brisbane, it turned straight away. I mean, they just started to get a go on then. And I suppose this is where this number one, who you've been the biggest fan of, you've been his biggest supporter. He said it in the post-match in interviews on Triple M. He just said you started everything, you backed him. He said last week you're the only bloke that ever let him truly be who he wanted to be. Like you have a very close relationship with him.
Yeah, well,
and he just turned the game. We can talk about everybody else. There was moments. Payne was huge.
You can't do it by yourself, right?
No.
But you need that one special person. And through my era, Alfie was the Reece Walsh. Right, when something needed to happen, they did it. And that's what Reece has been that for the last 8 weeks for the Broncos. At different times. In the semi-final against Canberra, it was Reece Walsh.
Yeah.
And then in the preliminary final against the Panthers, it was Reece Walsh.
Yeah.
Who changed the game. So that's what he brings. He's just such an exciting player to watch as well. You can understand why, right? You either love him or hate him, right? He's like all the great players.
Yeah.
You're either a fan or you're not a fan. It's hard not to be a fan, though, Dobbo.
Mate.
Like, I know he gets up to semantics and he's selling these toilet water now and all this stuff on social media. And he could be a little bit better in that space, a little bit more respectful, right? But he cops a lot of pressure all the time.
And he's a superstar. He's a mega star. Like, good luck in England. That's all I'm going to say.
Oh, you got him on the tour, have you?
You know he's on the tour. He's on the tour. But, mate, you said to me about a month ago, they said they won't be able to handle him over
He's
there.
not that hard to manage, Dobbo, right? Set some boundaries.
Yeah.
As long as he doesn't cross the boundaries on team rules, right?
Yeah.
Late for training, not training properly, not doing the right thing around training, not eating properly, all those things around the team.
Yeah.
He's
You're happy.
Fantastic at.
Well, he does all that. He's a footy nuffy.
He's a student of the game, mate.
He's a nuffy. I know.
Right? So he does some stuff outside of that in his spare time, which can rattle people. Like I saw him jumping motorbikes somewhere one day.
Yeah, I know.
Like, come on, mate.
Oh, he was playing for you.
This was this year.
Yeah, and he's riding a
motorbike around Dolphin Oval or somewhere, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's
at Redcliffe.
Right. Yeah. He's a mate. I saw a stat last night. Down 16 points to beat the Raiders. Down 14 points to beat Panthers. Down 10 points to beat the Storm. They don't quit. They're the best side in 2025. They beat the three big guns.
Well, it's not how you start, but it's how you finish. And that they through the middle of the year, they looked like they were going to fall apart, Dobbo. Let's be fair. Through that origin period, where particularly the game against Manly and at Brookvale, they were horrible.
Yeah.
And then the game Magic Weekend against Penrith, they fell apart.
Mate.
They fell apart.
I think they lost a ridiculous amount of games.
And then the Dragons game.
Yeah.
Remember the Dragons game at Suncorp? They looked like lost sheep.
Hey, what about South? Latrell kicking the field goal in the wet and beating them. Like they've had some. So whatever happened.
Yeah, we'll never know whatever happened.
Well, Buzz Rothfield's adamant that there was a conversation by senior players that went to Madge and said, "Hang on, mate, you need to wind this back a little bit. This
Yeah.
is too intense.
Yeah.
And look, as I said last week, and I'll say it again, that roster you put together, they're winners. Now, yes, they lost in 23. It was 3 minutes.
Well, it was a learning curve.
It was a learning curve. They
They're all
were
kids,
never
mate.
going to lose that. Once they got to the lead last night,
Oh no, you could
just feel it. They were never going to
you
get
could see it and feel it. You know, once they got that first try.
Yeah.
You know, when Kamika didn't score,
Yeah, and they came back. And
they went
scored
back. They
and
struck
bang.
back really
Yeah.
quickly, and then you could see what that does with your opposition. So the Storm then started to question themselves. The Storm's first half to the second half. It was,
What happened in the second half with the Storm?
Well, they just made the pressure of the Broncos, and it's hard defending those blokes. Yeah, and people say that defends Sweden's grand finals, and it does because both teams, defended pretty well. But if you can attack the way that the Broncos do, and the way that the Storm did in the first half, not give your opposition, not allowing them to take a breath in defence. It's constant at you. It does. It's very mentally draining and physically draining as well. And that's how the Broncos, in that last 6 weeks, that's how they won their games. They just
Well, they are the 2025 champions.
yeah.
Walsh, unbelievable. Reynolds and Hunt. Probably nights they want to. Oh, they're happy. I mean, they were absolutely
Yeah.
cheering. But Ren's tore his calf, and Hunty,
His calf now?
He tore his calf. Yeah.
Wow.
And
Well, that won't stop him
Hunty,
enjoying himself.
No. Well, he's well and truly hasn't been to bed. And and Hunty was looking for. He thought he was back playing for the Blackwater Crushers.
Right. I was pretty happy for both those
Yeah,
players.
bloody oath.
They've been criticised a lot this year for different reasons. And the only way to answer your critics is, on the scoreboard and by winning.
Yeah.
And Ben Hunt's, I was part of that coaching staff in 2015.
When he dropped that ball.
Well, that's, it's
gone.
I thought a couple of years ago when he scored that Origin try, that might wipe a little bit of the pain. No, it's
He was crying. He was the most emotional out of every player I saw on the field. He was the most. Ren, obviously, very emotional. But Hunty was genuinely bawling his eyes out over just how happy. So
Well, it was a big move
the
to
weight
come
on
back.
his shoulder.
It's gone now,
It's
mate.
gone, mate. He's a premiership player at the Broncos. Yep, they dropped one in 15, and obviously he wasn't part of 23, but they win one in 25.
So what have they got planned, these fellas?
There's a massive thing at Suncorp today.
They're going to Suncorp?
Yeah, that's where they're having their. And well done to the NRLW as well, the women's side. The Broncos won the women and the men's.
They toughed it out there too.
They had to do it.
Yeah.
Had to do it the hard way. There was anyway.
Was
I'm not even going into the HIAs and what went on there, but the women's game was brutal, mate. They Roosters players, mate. I've never seen.
There's got to be a
like it.
fractured eye socket there.
And they never took her off. She played the game out. Anyway, we're not getting down that rabbit hole. Kev, when you took over in 21, they were a wooden spoon side. And last night was a significant night for Payne Haas, Katoni Staggs, Carrigan. Those blokes had to endure a lot. They deserve that. I know we talk about Dozer and we talk about Ren.
Yeah, well, they've been there
Roche.
before.
Yeah,
and,
but those three blokes who, it was hard because, you nearly lost Payne. Payne wanted to leave at one stage. Remember, you were coaching him. For those blokes to actually get that victory, what does it mean? And do you think that now it, in some ways, might keep that group stable, or are they going to have some dramas with Cap?
I think they'll stick together. Again, the salary cap.
Yeah, well, Gemmett, they either have to offload someone or Gemmett is in all sorts.
What do you mean offload?
Gemmett's off contract at the end of next year.
Well, who are they going to move?
Who knows?
But this is the problem when you get success. Not so much a problem because Penrith have seen to and the Storm.
Yeah.
But this team, because of their age and where they're at in their careers,
they're going to be cherry picked.
They can be. Well, that's been happening for a long time. But if they want to try and keep them all together, some are going to fall away. Some play you can't. So, you look at your key players there, Reece Walsh, Pat Carrigan.
Payne Haas. And then you've got the next halves combinations coming through. Ezra.
Well, see, Reno and Hunty are there next year, aren't they? Is that it then?
Well, you'd think so. Oh, look.
See,
they're not saying anything at the moment. Both of them are saying no, they're playing on.
What do you mean, next year?
Yeah.
What, you think they're going to retire now?
I'm just putting it out there. It could happen. I'm not saying they absolutely are adamant that they're not. But if you're Ben Hunt, you win that.
Well, he might try and be greedy and get another one, and good on him.
Well, he might. Yeah, would you?
Well, yeah, I would, yeah.
If you get a chance.
If you got Reece Walsh at fullback,
That's the thing.
You go, mate.
Yeah, you stay.
You go. Well, hang on to you.
Grant Atkins, I thought he did a good job. Geez, there's been some criticism. I thought he did a good job.
No, I thought he did a good
Storm
job.
were a bit unhappy about it.
What about?
Well, they reckon they were holding down the ruck. I thought.
Come on, Storm was
6 again. I thought
they had their moments to win the game. The Storm.
So what happened with the Storm? That's what I'd like to know.
Well, it was just the pressure from the Broncos, mate. That's what happens when you, and we've seen it not just with the Storm. We saw it last week with Penrith. Penrith were up 14-0.
Yeah.
And it just gets in your head that, and they stay at it, the Broncos. They're a fast, athletic side. And when they get the ball, they use the ball. I love watching them play.
Yeah.
How
was your emotions last night when Wren called Bill up onto the stage? I mean, that was not scripted, but
no.
Yeah, I mean, it would have been a mixed emotion. You love the club. You fight on
Premiership. I do.
Billy, unfortunately, was there, but then he gets called up by Wren.
Well, it was a special moment for and well done to Reno. Good on you, big fella, and recognising Billy's contributions to the side this year. Billy's had a great season.
Unbelievable. They wouldn't have been there without him.
No, they wouldn't have been. 100% no. So it was a great moment for Bill to connect him back in, with the side.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure how many premiership. What happens with who gets a ring? You got to play.
You got to play, but I think what the club is going to do is they're going to give the whole squad a premiership ring. Like I mean,
right. Well, if Billy needs one, I've got 6. He can borrow one of mine.
You give me one?
I'll give him one.
Yeah,
of mine.
okay.
I'll still have 5.
Okay, not bad. All right. Just give us a Mad Monday story, because obviously Brisbane haven't had 19 years. You could, mate, seriously, Walshy, get some security. Adam Walsh. Now Adam Walsh needs a big security team for the next couple of days.
Now listen, just talk to me. Talk to me about the cigars and all this stuff.
Well, there's a brouhaha that they had a cigar in the change rooms and you can't smoke.
I mean, I didn't get on social media too much last time. I've just flicked it on this morning.
Yeah, everybody.
So they're in the change. Is that in the change room?
Yeah, but so what?
Dobbo, you can't. Do they not see the no smoking signs?
Play on.
And the goggles, they had the goggles on.
The goggles on.
And Stefano,
he copped the whack, and then they also, Reese has got the little porcelain, the Dunny cup. I don't know where that's come from, but he was making everybody drink out of that.
Yeah, I'll give you a story that I'm not really proud of, but it did actually happen.
Right. Okay.
So 2000, grand final, my last,
Yeah.
and I was captain of the side. And Phil Gould had been very vocal through the week, about the Broncos and this and that. And we got to Mad Monday. It was much smaller back then, just back at the club, and some of the players started ringing Phil.
Ring Gus?
Yeah. I felt sorry for him.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Well, I did.
Who was it?
Alf? Gordon. No, Alf wasn't there. He was in England. Gordon, Wendell.
Yeah.
They were the main instigators.
And ringing him up on the landline?
So Gus. Yeah, he said something about the Broncos can't play or something.
Yeah.
No, that was the Dragons, wasn't it? That was the other one.
Yeah, but I want to go back to the Gus. So what, people were just chirping him? Did Gus handle it?
He was answering it, to be fair. He said, just leave me alone, you blokes. All right, you've won your grand final. Just shut up. Bang.
And
in the end, he stopped answering, which I get. But yeah, so there was that one. And then the Saints can't play one.
Yeah, of course.
We all know the history of that, because Wayne Bennett had told us
this is the run sheet, but he made it up.
He made it up, and he didn't tell us for years.
Yeah,
and even when Alf started to get stuck into the Dragons about Saints can't play and all this, Wayne didn't say it. He didn't say a thing.
No,
he kept it quiet. So there'll be some stories to be told in the next couple of days from the boys.
Yeah. Oh, there'll be some crazy. Adam Walsh, head of security, sorted out, mate. Seriously, because I mean, it could be bedlam. Only five captains. Alf, yourself, Lockie, and now Wren have won premierships as captains of that club.
Yeah.
Where does it put Wren? Well, is it the final frontier for him?
Well, he was bought there, and I remember going down with the CEO to his house, at the end of, midway through the 2022 season.
Yeah.
Was it the 21 season? What year did we go down there?
You went down in 21, end of 21, because he came in 22.
Yeah, he came in 22. So, and I thought at that moment, because we needed a captain and a leader. Pat Carrigan and these guys were coming through, but they weren't ready for that stage. So Renault was bought to win a premiership. And we got there in 23 and unfortunately didn't get the chockies, but back there again this year and they finally got it. So they've broken the hoodoo. 19 years, Dobbo,
That's
for the
huge.
club. That's big.
I mean, you love the club. You must be happy. Yeah, I mean,
I'm really happy.
Mixed
for the
emotions,
club.
we get
mixed
it.
all that stuff.
Yeah,
but at the end of the day, if you take it all aside, it was a really good performance from the Broncos.
Jack Walters, Jet Walters, could have got man of the match. I see they were partying
Are
in
they
the sheds.
still alive?
Have you heard from them?
I haven't heard from them. No.
Well, they were both in the sheds with their brother.
Right.
Yeah, they were both there.
Yeah, well,
Did H go down or no?
H didn't.
No, he didn't go down.
Harry and Abel, they're going to England.
Yeah,
so
so-
they had a choice. Sydney to the grand final
or come to
over
England.
the Ashes.
I know
So
where I'd be going.
They've taken the Ashes league.
Yeah, so Melbourne are off the Kosamui. They're gone. They're gone.
Yeah, look,
Melbourne Storm 2 in a row.
that's hard.
That's hard, mate. And there's a lot of there is a lot. Obviously, you're going to deal with some. We're going to get to this in a minute, but you're going to deal with a few of these blokes in the Kangaroos. Losing 2 in a row back to back. That's Buffalo Bills like.
Yeah, well, that's happened before to different clubs over the time.
St George, yeah.
Yeah. So how they recover? Well, they got the right person in charge in Craig Bellamy to get them, back. I watched his presser last night. They were bitterly disappointed.
Are you going to go as far as saying one of your old little Fugazis that no Nelson, no premiership?
No, I don't think. I think Nelson out there. I don't think that's. I don't know. I'll have to go back and watch the replay and get into the final. But to me, it was just Brisbane. They couldn't stop the juggernaut, of the way that Brisbane play.
Yeah.
When they get on the front foot, you got Payne Haas and Carrigan coming at you, and then they flick it out wide, and they got Katoni Staggs, Dean Mariner, Carapar. What about the two Brisbane wingers?
Unbelievable.
How good did they go?
Yeah.
Shibasaki.
Unbelievable.
He was playing. What was he playing?
Shiva could be a bolter here. I mean, we recorded this before the official announcement today. But
Well, he's had a terrific performance, Dobbo. So,
Yeah.
we'll wait and see at the selectors meeting
Yeah.
what happens. But
Well, it's okay. We're going to park. Well done to Broncos, and in the next couple of days, obviously.
right, so is there a World Club Challenge this year, or is that doesn't happen
I
anymore?
don't think that happens anymore. I
Right.
think that's gone.
Right.
Yeah, so we could have gone over there. We could have gone over there for it.
That'd be a great little trip for him as well. Right?
Yeah.
But,
Well, they don't need that. They don't need any more partying.
they'll be
Okay,
doing
we're going to
plenty.
park Brisbane and inside ballers.
And the girls as
And
well.
the girls,
done to
well done. And we will in the next couple of days with more content. We're recording this Monday after the grand final. You're about to step into a meeting where you will finally decide your Kangaroos side to go to the Ashes and the Prime Minister's 13, which will be announced. That's already been decided, correct?
No, still got most of it's been
A
selected.
lot of players, I've got some mail, a few players have been rung and said they're going.
Right.
Yeah, but anyway. Yeah.
Well, you know more about it than me, don't I?
Well, anyway, but we know Walshy is going. We know that.
Well,
yeah.
he'd be hard to leave out, won't he?
Yeah. Kevie, you're going to go into this meeting now. Now, the side gets named a little later today. You're going to give us exclusive access. Well, you have to because it's your podcast about exactly what goes on. And tomorrow we're going to look at both sides.
Yeah, we'll do that tomorrow in the podcast.
In the podcast, yeah.
All right, so that'll be out nice and early tomorrow.
Morning, yeah.
We'll give you full coverage of the Kangaroos, what happened within the selection panel,
Yeah,
who's
perfect.
going.
Yeah.
Now, I will say this, through the grand final and that semi-final, there's always a bolter, right? Normally there's a bolter. So look for...
Gemmy, you got rid of them. Go. I'm telling you. I'm putting good energy out there for you, Gemmett. I don't know if you're going to get there, but I'm putting energy out there. And I know you...
Yeah. So anyway, we'll see. Most of the...
It picks itself. Well, Michael Chamis announced the side the other day.
Did he? I didn't see that. Yeah,
I did. I said, how'd you get that? And he said, mate, I just found it. So there's somebody, anyway, it doesn't matter. Hey, listen, it's been an unbelievable year.
Great season.
Now, a big thanks to Ladbrokes, also SwiftX who were on board, also Kratzman Caravan.
Yep.
We are not going away yet. So Inside Ball is not going into hibernation. Kevie is obviously going overseas. We will have you for another week.
Yep.
And then we've got a special co-host with me, yet to be decided. But we have got some options. We were thinking of getting Kerrod in as your twin.
Well,
but I don't know if he's...
I think he's getting some surgery on his,
so he won't be
on his
doing
neck. So we'll get someone in though.
Yeah,
but
and we've
we'll
got
continue.
and we're going to
with the
talk to you
flow.
while you're in England.
Yeah, we'll get all the updates from the Kangaroos.
Yeah.
We've got the Pacifica Championships to talk about as well. So
and
there's lots going
we've
on.
got some amazing chats as well that we've got coming up as well. So Brisbane, too good. Well done. And I mean, we love Brisbane. Both of us love the Bronx. So it's a wonderful, wonderful day to be a Broncos supporter. 19-year drought, 26 points to 22. They did it in the end. Disappointed if you're a Melbourne Storm, but we haven't got any questions for Kev. Oh, hosted pot. Can we just say?
Yes.
Thank you, Rainmakers. We backed. We had a little bit of luck on Saturday. A little bit.
At the race.
At the races, yeah, up and down. But we I think we won a bit of money. But yesterday, I told you, women into men, boom. Reece Walsh try scorer, boom.
Bang.
Yeah, don't say I don't give you, and we're going to keep on coming. These hosted pots, we're not going anywhere.
Well,
Just
we've got
get
some
on
big
board.
race meetings coming
well,
up.
mate, you
And
know
we've got
what?
the Kangaroos
When you're
thing.
the rainmaker, Kev, that's what happens, mate. Raining dollars.
Keep it raining, Dobbo.
Hey, listen, thank you so much. Brisbane win. Enjoy your public holiday wherever you're listening to us. We will have tomorrow a podcast dropping with Kevie as the coach of the Kangaroos, and also later in the week, a really special guest who you actually will like a lot. He's not a Bronco. Well, he's got a bit of Bronco DNA in him. He has got a bit of Bronco DNA in him. Anyway, go and enjoy your Monday, your public holiday. Go the Broncos.
Chances are you're about to lose. For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.